There's a lot of devices out there. I'm talking a ton of different devices for flour, for concentrate, all kind of devices for getting high. Good devices, bad devices, terrible devices. There's a ton of devices out there. And at one point, I thought, you know what? As a 420 creator, it wouldn't be a bad idea for me to pick up as many devices as I can and test them out and make reviews or talk about the good ones and talk about the bad ones so people can avoid the bad and get the good. Well, you know what? There are so many devices out there. There's like hundreds of thousands of dollars in devices out there. I couldn't possibly get them all. And honestly, most of them are crap. But recently I got a new device for flour and like I can't put the thing down. It makes me want to sesh more than I sesh. I typically do all my seshing after 9 p.m. Eastern on Twitch, which you should join me on Twitch. I go live at 9 p.m. and I go live for about 4 or 5 hours. Link your Amazon Prime and come get high with me. Give me that Jeff Bezos money. But if you've been watching my stream lately, you've been seeing me use a newer device and I've been using it a lot. I really like it. I can't really link it or talk about the site here. So if you want more information, type !FT in my Twitch chat or in my Discord for more information. I actually did get my Discord server fixed. So if you're on an iPhone, you should be able to get back in there. But the new device is for flour. It's one of the best dry herb devices I've ever used. And it gives me some of like the biggest hits I ever thought I could get with vapor. I'm going to show it briefly. I don't know how weird YouTube's going to get. We'll see if they auto restrict this, but this is the Freight Train Pro. It's very similar to the B0 I made a video on not too long ago. Here's a quick glance. They're both the same type of device. This is a ball vape. And honestly, when I'm comparing the hits, they hit about the same. It's kind of hard to do the side-by-side comparison on the flour hits because, you know, I need a little bit of time in between to get the hit. But the hits are about the same. One's not way bigger than the other. I'm not getting huge hits out of one and not the other or anything like that. I'm getting about the same size hits. These aren't plugged in, by the way, but this is typically hot. The reason I like this one is because it comes with the handle. The other one, I got a third-party handle on there. And it comes with this little coil cage, which they sell these on their website. It's like just under 30 bucks. But this helps prevent accidents. I've had a couple of issues where I bump into the coil, or maybe the head actually falls out of the bowl because it wasn't seated in there right, which has only happened a few times, but it's less likely to happen with the freight train because if you look at the little stem on the bottom, it's just a little bit longer. Actually, it looks twice as long. This part sits in the bowl. So I like it better because more of it sits in the bowl, meaning it sits in there a little bit sturdier. There's more contact between the post and the glass bowl that it's sitting in. I've never had the freight train fall out of the bowl. I've had the flower pot fall out of the bowl maybe 3 times. Partially, it was due to the way I was hitting it and it could have been avoided. But the freight train, it hasn't even happened once. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? The design's a little bit better there. So at the end of the day, both devices hit about the same, but one's like a little bit safer. And I think safety is important, especially when you have the coil set to like 600 degrees. That coil heats up the metal chamber. It heats up all the ruby terp pearls inside. The whole thing gets hot, but the coil is the hottest part. So that little cage around the coil is very nice. So I have another video on these, but I'll just briefly explain how it works. It is filled with ruby terp pearls. There's some holes on the top. You put this on a bowl of flour, and instead of like the heat lighting the bowl on fire, you pull air through and the air gets heated up inside by all the ruby terp pearls, and that hot air causes your flour to give off vapor instead of burning. So it's similar to another device I've been using, but I figured I needed to make a video about it. I've been using it on Twitch for months and people ask me all the time about it. So hopefully this helps answer some people's questions. I haven't combusted once this year, so if you want to see my first combusted rip of the year, tune into my Twitch stream May 20th on Saturday. We're lighting bowls on fire. Anyway, again, I can't really link this here. Type !FT in my Discord or Twitch chat, or !freight train if you want to spell it all the way out, and I'll have more information over there. If you want to see me take a hit with the Freight Train Pro, follow my Instagram Cewpins420. I'm posting a rip there. Either way, come get high with me on Twitch. 9 p.m. Eastern is when the sesh starts. And if you never heard about the time that I was the highest I've ever been, it's a dang old good story. Check out this video right here. I hope you have a lit day, my dudes.